over time, you'll start to see the physical world start to align with what you got written down. Let me tell you. Actually, let me show you.
You know, I'm going to be honest. Everyone deserves to be happy, but happiness only is controlled within. It's not externally. It's something you have to mentally put yourself in, and you have to go on this journey of finding yourself and understanding what it takes for you as an individual to be happy. I can't live my days in miserable. That shit bothers me. So, as you see me doing now, I plan typically 3 days beforehand. Like, I feel like you should never be in this life living in the moment when it comes to getting things done. I can't do that. It's a time to live in the moment. Right now, I'm about to drink a beer, and it's 11 o'clock a.m., getting ready for a gig, but that's okay. Who cares? I just can't get it open. You know that feeling when you're moving forward, and sometimes in people it can bring fear, sometimes in people it can bring
excitement.
But then overall, you know, either way it goes, no matter how you're feeling, it's going to be challenges, it's going to come, and it's going to require effort and dedication to make the most of it. Like for me, I have so much going on between this DJ company expanding, and I'm hiring new DJs, and I'm hiring a manager, and we're about to be in multiple states. It's really paying a burden on me, but at the same time, I'm being sure I give myself enough balance to stay happy and have me time. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, let me enjoy this journey instead of pouting because I'm not there where ultimately I want to be. But in the midst of it, let me do everything that I'm here to do well. If I can do it well, that means a lot to me.
So, discovering who you are takes time. Like, you have to go to certain things in life, whether they're good or bad, to really understand who you are and what you like. Like, yes, people is going to put things in your way, and then you're also going to be curious about some things. But you have to take everything in and process it to see if there's something you want to continue. Like, it really is a journey. It's really identifying yourself. And you can only do that internally. Like, yeah, you can be a person that like to shop and that like to put makeup on, like to dress nice. But that's good and all. But like, have you ever realized you can be mentally depressed one day or like just not in a good headspace and you looking fabulous outside, but then you get that feeling to where like you don't feel like you the shit. You know, like it's like out here I look good, but in here I'm a whole pig pen. So you have to discover yourself, and there's value in discovering yourself because when you start discovering your gifts and what makes you happy and what makes you perfect in your own eyes, that one can increase your income stream, two, increase what people think about you and what you think about yourself, and three, overall presentation can evolve and you can just learn how to be yourself in front of anybody doing anything. Me personally, I do some of the craziest things to discover myself. I believe in prayer, so I would pray about anything, good or bad. Like this one time I wanted to, cause like I'm really good at like communicating with the divine realm, right? So one time I prayed to God and I was like, God, allow me to be in a car accident and allow me to be okay after it. I kid you not. Literally a few days later, I'm riding from work, heading home, and I'm on this busy intersection, and 5 o'clock traffic is a thing on this intersection. It's like 5,000 cars at 5 o'clock traffic on this one road. So I'm just chilling, very peaceful vibes. I'm listening to reggae, and I barely listen to reggae. Got the windows cracked, the breeze coming in. This is like last summer, right? So all of a sudden, this car in front of me stopped. And I was like low-key out of zone, so I wasn't paying any attention. But I slammed on my brakes. Now, I didn't hit the car in front of me, but the voice told me to look in my mirror that's right above my dashboard. So I looked, and I watched this Altima come behind me, and he was like, the voice was like, let go of the steering wheel and sit back. I did it. And I just kept looking, and I see her not paying attention. I'm just looking, and boom. She hits me. She hits me. And I wasn't even freaking out. I was smiling. That's the craziest thing. I was smiling. So I get out the car, and first I make sure she's okay because she hit me. You know what I'm saying? So right before I can see the back of my pickup truck, I immediately see her front of her Altima is dented. So I'm like, oh, she got it bad, you know? But then I looked at the back of my truck. I didn't have not one scratch. Not one dent. None whatsoever. None. And then, I forgot to tell you, I actually hit the person in front of me.
Literally.
Like, when she hit me, the impact was so bad that I hit the car in front of me. So then I went to go look at the car in front of me, and it was nothing on my car. It was nothing on the front of my car. She had a van, the lady in front of me, and her van had a dent. So I was like, God, I asked for you to give me an accident, and you gave me an accident, and I was safe. And I got to see the whole thing happen. Now, mind you, in the moment, not only did I look at that mirror, but I also had time, and I also looked over to the left and seen that I could have got over to get out the way to avoid it, but I wanted to experience it. So anyway, that was me self-discovering one of my voices. To some people, that might sound absolutely insane, but in a way, I don't find that insane, not whatsoever. I really believe that this right here, your mouth, is very powerful, and if you use it in any way, you get what you ask. So for setting goals, you really want to make it as plain as day. Not only are goals are going to help you every single day achieve what you're trying to achieve to be happy, but goals are like keys, because you can write what you want down, and if you keep looking at it every single day and you're working towards it, over time, you'll start to see the physical world start to align with what you got written down. Let me tell you. Actually, let me show you. Hopefully I can show you this and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, all right. It's gonna be a little lovey-dovey. But I'm gonna show you my wife goals, right? Hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna take the brightness down a little bit. So, I got a note, and it's literally labeled my wife, and it's from, like, this is very personal, but I don't really care. But I have from like what color hair I want my wife to be. I have 7 signs that we are meant to be together. I have questions I want to ask her, like, you know, who has her heart currently? Who is she grateful for? What does she love? What does she desire? What are her thoughts on personal development? Where does she work? What are some bad habits? Like, you want to be in detailed as possible when you are writing down your goals. Me personally, when I have goals, I also have a time period on when I would like to get these goals done. Like, if you don't put time periods on things and you don't stick to it, you're not going to see progress. Like, you have to follow these steps. If you don't follow these steps, it's just not going to work. Some easy strategies that I can give you to set goals and everything, like, I use my iPhone notes, and what I do, like, this is my home screen, right? That's my home screen, and I have notes on my home screen. Hopefully you can see this clearly. But I have notes on my home screen. I got notes here, and I look at them every single day. Now, you just don't have to use your phone to write notes down. I mean, you can write them down on paper. If you're a person that like to be arts and craftsy, you can get paper and draw your goals down. You can put them on your wall, writing them down and looking at them every day to where they get embedded inside your mind, to where you immediately know what you have to do. I feel like your mind is not really meant to remember everything. Like, I have multiple companies and I forget stuff, you know? Like, I have all these cell phones full of notes because I can't remember all this stuff anymore. So, to be honest with you, I graduated from high school in 2020 and I never did like school, never. Like, I wasn't really in school. Like, I was in school, but mentally I wasn't there. I was always running my businesses. It was the coolest experience though because my teachers knew I ran businesses and
I did not care about schoolwork, none whatsoever.
I would literally walk out of class to answer phone calls. I would get in trouble, but I didn't care. What they knew though, I was paying tuition because I was living out of zone. And I told them at one point, I'm like, I pay tuition to go to this school out of my own pocket. This is how I make the money to pay you guys for y'all letting me go to this school. And they couldn't say anything because I was at 100% truth in everything I said. So I was always in a business mindset, and to this day, I'm like, yes, I'm thankful for school, but at the same time, I would not go back. If I were to go back to school, it would be something that I want to do, that I love to do. So now I have a whole shopping cart, 44 courses. The grand total is over $700, and I've just created a list of skills and a list of courses that I want to take to better myself, to do the things that I want to be better in. Yes, I'm investing money, but at the end of the day, it's worth it because it's going to make me so much more than I'm spending on developing myself. I'm just going to be honest. You are not about to be able to do anything with negative people in your circle. You got to remove them. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's your girlfriend. Get rid of them. It's okay. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, they're not helping you become better. They're keeping you in this cloud. And keeping you in that cloud, it's not making you happy. This video is about being happy. So you have to do well by removing the negative people to be happy. So surround yourself by positive people. You have to build a support system of people that you can go to for questions, people you can count on to tell them how you feel, to get advice from. You have to have support. Like, another word for support is mentors. Another word for mentors is coaches. We have so many labels for these things and we don't really to me it means the same thing. Coach, mentor, friend, support system, it's all the same thing. It's all helping you develop and growth and help you become a better person in what you're trying to become, who you're trying to become.
Do me a favor. Embrace when you fail. Embrace when you have hard times and ask yourself, why did I do this wrong? How can I do this better? How can I perfect what I'm missing or struggling in? Because it's when the dark times teach you the most biggest lessons, and that gives you the power to grow and to move forward. Okay, look at this tree. You see how pretty it is? Now look at this rainbow. This is after it rained. I don't know why I just showed you that. But anyway, I just want you to see how everything works together and all things are beautiful just how it is. You should be able to just be happy mentally if you prepare and if you fix your thoughts and you align everything in your external life and you become one and be okay and acceptable with yourself. You shouldn't have any problem in life. Trust me on this. All right, so to sum it up for you guys, being productive and doing things that's going to enhance your life and make your life experience better, those are the things you need to focus on to be happy. It's a journey with yourself, with your higher self. You have the little you and you have the big you in the inside of you. And the little you is the one that's not fearful. The bigger you is the one that's fearful. Or you can flip it and be like, the little one is the one that's fearful, and the big one is not fearful because he knows all. So for me to say that, you work with the divine works through you, right? You need to really understand and awake when I say everything that you speak, everything that you see, that enters, that entertains your eyes, all these things add up and builds your happiness. Habits can be changed. Habits are just very strong addictions. To be honest with you, it's what you're used to that you are repeatedly doing over and over again. And if you create great habits that will keep you happy, like affirmations, speak to yourself kindly, tell yourself you love you, be grateful, have gratitude for everything that you do. Happiness is a spiritual thing, and I feel like I know some people that are not spiritual, but know of spirituality, but they're happy at the same time. But at the same time, they don't realize that it's a spiritual thing to be happy. In my opinion, everyone has different opinions, but that's the truth that I believe in, and that's how I walk in this life. So it's something that you have to put work into and to do well in it for it to do well for you. I really feel like this video was to just show you guys a different perspective of what I think happiness is, and hopefully you learned something from this video, and I hope I entertained you enough to where you're watching the end of this video. If so, in the comments, do me a favor. I want to grow a relationship with you, individual. Let me know, what are some of the things you do to keep yourself happy? What do you do to keep yourself at peace? There are hundreds of thousands of ways to release tension and stress and keep yourself in a happy and free spirit state. And some people don't know how to reach those levels. They don't know what to do. So for them to click on this video, for them to read your comment and to listen to me, two are better than one. So let's all come together and just write some things down and just kind of spread some knowledge. By the way, I had and I got my teeth looking like that. I am sleepy. I can go to sleep right here.